welcome to ADHD Talks and Thoughts on my dog walks. Thank you so much for joining us. And I apologise for wind noise and noise of unscrupulous children that may chitter chatter along the way. Now, firstly, I'd like to thank you for sparing the time in your incredibly busy day, and I know they're busy because mine are too. And secondly, down to business. Recently diagnosed, fully grown woman, ADHD. Realised a lot of stuff in my life now. All makes sense. So firstly, if you think you got it, get yourself down to the doctors, get a referral on. It's about a 2-year wait where I am, but it's well worth it just to know that actually there's a big reason why you've behaved the way that you have done in your life. Right, down to business. Exercise. Now, we all try to be good and get our exercise in and do the things that we're supposed to do daily, but it's hard for us with ADHD because when we exercise, instead of feeling rejuvenated and energetic and ready to take on the world, we're knackered. Absolutely cream crackered. A bit like my dog is at the minute. So it's a bit of a crazy one. If we don't exercise, we're deemed as being lazy, when in actual fact, when we do exercise, country living, no, not that to be a pedestrian. When we do exercise, we're knackered, and that's all to do with the fact of the dopamine and the serotonin and all the chemicals that go on in our brain actually being normal. This is how normal people feel. So you have to do 2 or 3 times the amount of what normal people do to feel the effects that normal people feel. Does that make sense? And when I use the term normal, I mean that these people do not have ADHD, because the basic function with ADHD is pure and simple that you do not have enough dopamine. You have more receptors for the dopamine. Way more receptors. So you have what other people would have dopamine wise, and that's sufficient for them. But for us, for us, it's not. We need like 3 or 4 times the amount because we have way more carriers, little transporters for dopamine, which is good, but it's also sucky because we don't get that same hit that other people do. So just remember, it is quite normal for us to feel knackered and tired and incredibly sleepy after we've been to the gym. But also, caffeine hits, you may find they don't work either. The only thing that gives us energy really is sugar. And also, leading on from that, did you know you're 12 times more likely to have an issue with your teeth if you've got ADHD? And it's not an addiction to sugar, it's a need. We can have coffee till the cows come home. There's some cows up there somewhere in the distance. You see the little sheep and the lambs. Beautiful. But for us, caffeine don't work. And it never really has done. It just makes you wee lots, especially at my age now. But when you think about it, think long and hard, again, it's down to them dopamine receptors. And that's all it's to do with, is them dopamine receptors not being as few as what they are in other people. So just watch out, don't expect coffee to work, only sugar will work, and that's a dangerous route to go down because of your teeth. And like I said, 12 times more likely to have an issue, gum disease, teeth being removed for ADHD. So you've got to weigh it all off really. Am I saying stop going to the gym? No, if that's your thing, do it. But do expect to be tired, and just know that's fairly normal for the wonderful people with ADHD like us. Thank you you for your time today. I appreciate it. Hope I didn't waffle too much. See you in a few days.